Good morning, everybody. My name is Aaradhana, and today I'm going to review a special book. This time, I have not just chosen a book. I have chosen a book that all of you will really love. It's entertaining, it's fun, and I'm sure it will unleash your inner self. Starting off, I'm going to review the book's name. The book's name is A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's written by William Shakespeare, and I'm sure you all will love it. So let's not waste any time and directly dive into the summary part. This part is actually kind of confusing, so make sure you listen properly. To start off, in Athens, there lived a king called Theseus. He was great and amazing, and he was going to get married to Hippolyta, the new queen. Squeezing her hand, both of them came to the hall. They said to prepare a big cake for their wedding and invite all the other kingdoms. The entire kingdom was in a bustle and hustle. Everybody was so excited for this so-called wedding. The next thing that happened is an old man called Aegeus squeezed her daughter's hand and said, "Oh great king, I have something to talk about." The king asked, "What happened, Aegeus? You look worried." Aegeus said that my daughter wants to marry this man, Lysander, but I want her to marry this man, Detrimus. He's actually well educated and good. Why can't she just marry this man? Why does she want to marry Lysander? This questioned the king a lot. Then the king looked at the Aegeus' daughter, who was Hermia. Hermia was gentle and a calm girl. She said that, "I like Lysander. I want to marry him. What's wrong with that?" Then the king said, "You should listen to your dad. It's better, according to the rules." Sadly, Hermia left the court with a lot of tears in her eyes. The other day, she was just standing there crying. Then Lysander came to her and said, "Why are you crying? You look really sad today." Hermia said that my dad is going to make me marry somebody else. Just leave out of here, said in a sad face with a heavy heart. Then Lysander said, "Don't worry, let's go somewhere else. Let's go out of Athens and go into another city. I have good education and job. What else is needed?" Suddenly, in the background, they heard a noise. "What? You're leaving?" Hermia was so surprised. What? Somebody heard our conversation. What is going to happen? It was none other than her best friend, Helena. Helena has been friends with her for so long, and they've been best friends. When Helena heard this, she was really sad. "What? My best friend is leaving?" She got really sad and said with a sad voice, "Why are you leaving?" Lysander explained why they were leaving, and it was all because of her dad. When Helena had this, she was really sad and she left. Lysander and Hermia left Athens that night. They went to the forest to make sure no one saw them. On the other hand, when Helena heard this, she had another plan. She liked Detrimus, who was going to be chosen as husband of Hermia's son. So she thought that if she said this to Detrimus, Detrimus would like her and would avoid Hermia. But Detrimus had another plan in his mind. He thought that I was firmly fixed. He didn't like Lysander either. So with this plan in mind, he told to Dermis. And Dermis was really crazy about it. He said, What? What? Hermia's leaving Athens?" He was so surprised. So what he did next was actually crazy. So he went to the forest, and also Helena came with her. Since Helena liked Detrimus the entire time he was with her. On the other hand, the king of the fairies, Oberon, and his queen, Titania, were spending time together. They got a new slave and a servant. They thought, "I want the servant." Oberon thought that I want the slave, and Titania thought that I want the slave. Both of them were fighting for a single servant. The servant looked at them with pretty eyes. He thought, what happened to them? Can't they just take one? They both weren't just being quiet. They both started fighting ferociously that each of them wanted the servant. After a long fight, Titania got tired. She just grabbed the servant's hand and told, "He's my servant now. You can't do anything." Oberyn got really pissed off. He was like, "What? What does she even want? She has so many fairies to serve her, and I just want one servant." Saying this, he got annoyed. So he called Puck, one of the most mischievous fairies in the entire world, and told her, "Come, put a spell on my wife." On the other hand, all of the couples were roaming around, and Oberyn saw Helena crying over there. He said, "Helena, what happened?" Helena said that her her lover, Detrimus, had a crush on Hermia. And Hermia did not like Detrimus. And because of this, Oberyn thought of putting them into a spell so that Detrimus could like Helena. So he called in Puck and told him to do that. But you know Puck, since Puck is really mischievous and crazy, he did the wrong spell. Instead of enchanting Detrimus to Helena, he enchanted Lysander to Helena. And Lysander started to like Helena. When Oberyn heard this, he got really angry and told Puck to refix the problem. But instead of refixing it, he did the opposite thing. He told Puck to stop the love between Lysander and Helena. But this time, she put Detrimus and Helena together instead of fixing the problem. Now, both of them likes Helena. Hermia was left alone. Now, this is where the problem starts. A confused world where everything was hassle. The king, he couldn't solve anything. He was busy. The Puck was almost crazy. Titania, who used to help them in this kind of problems, were busy put on the spell by Puck. I'm not going to tell you the spell because you're going to find it out reading it. And on the other hand, we have this simple character of a bunch of people trying to put on a play. I did not include them in this summary because they don't really take a part. Just side characters who just include them. Just to include them to make it fun. It's actually William Shakespeare's idea. So anyways, Oberyn thought of fixing this problem between Titania and the other couples. So the spell they put on Titania was totally removed, and the spell they put on the couples were also removed. So it's your responsibility to read the book and find out what happened next. So coming to the review part, this was actually really good. I love this book. It was kind of tricky to understand. I read it many times. That's one of the reasons I understood it, and I'm not sure if you're able to understand it on first sight. So take your own time, read it again and again, and it's really good. So I think you should get this edition because it's actually good. It's you can find out how you spell each words, and I kind of had some hard time spelling these words because they were new for me. This edition is really good. Sometimes they give you ideas so you can spell here. For example, if you want to spell thesis, they give you some examples how to spell it and explain who is it instead of just directly going into the story. I used to hate books who directly go into the story without introducing the characters. So this is a great book if you want something like that. And it's also nice. It's keep you entertained, and it's actually unleash your inner child. It doesn't have great meanings, but I'm sure if you want to read something quite easy and instead of watching television, this is actually perfect for your winter break. So anyways, coming to the review part, I give it a 7.5. It lost some points because it was kind of boring in the middle. It was really fast, it was nice, but it took hard time to understand. So if you're a person who loves this kind of books, you can choose it. But then if you want something to be more moralful, I'm not sure you'll like it. Anyways, thank you for listening. Bye.